again, you know, I'm not a manga reader, right? I've been anime only for this anime, right? I haven't never read a manga. I of course watched the first season, season 2, right? You can check my channel for that. And I was thinking that is a very good horror anime. I think it's one of the better horror animes. But I can see how this character, right, the real father character, was probably very controversial. Maybe it's better in the manga, but I assume a lot of manga readers hate this character. Okay, kind of a weird thing. Like, he's not even questioning that his, his new fiance's sister there stalking the date. He's just so used to it. He's like, that's right, I just asked my girlfriend to marry her, and all her sisters for dear, stalking us, hiding in the bushes. He's just like, that's right, I basically married into a crazy harem. They probably run their own restaurant, right? After these 5 years. Exactly, they finally got married. Itchy gets a famous actress now. She's a movie rich. Still got big oppas. She's got bigger titties. She's obviously like a famous rich movie star now, right? With huge oppas, yeah. And she's a sexy sensei. She's a TILF. Yeah. So obviously she's like super famous now, right? And they are running a restaurant, of course they are. Man, why does Nina look way bigger than Miko for? She looks way bigger than me. She has a twice as big as Miko. Gonna be the weird apron she Miko has on her. Americanized. That's good, Nina call her. You're American now, yeah. Follow your Instagram. Of course Nina is stalking her on Instagram. Nina is like, I follow you every post you make, girl. Yeah, we don't want to ruin our restaurant. Exactly. Don't spoil us with your fame. Yeah. Stupid sister. She finally there. Oh, the sporty girl. Big oppies. Sweating. Sporting. Doable. Of course, Yotsuba is sporty as hell, right? Oh, I couldn't run. I was bicycling. Yeah, you know, of course, Yotsuba is Genki as hell. Of course, she's Yotsuba. She's gonna be Genki girls. Now they're all like, oh, you're sleeping together? How often do you do it? I think all of them are like, how often do you have sex with him? Yeah, all four are like, how many times how many babies do you have yet? It's like, who are these random nobodies? I have no idea. There's people that know, I guess, and people in the background. He's like, please don't touch me, Nino. He's like, Nino, stay away from my Shin. It's gonna be like, if I was him, okay, it's a father, okay, good, yeah. Because Nino, I would be like, no, Nino, don't touch me. Yeah, I would be like, I'm marrying your sister. My two dads? I got two daddies. I got no mom and I got double daddy. Yeah, okay. Let's go put that row. I don't got a mom anymore, but I got two fathers. Bro, your daddy's together now. Fist bump me. Exactly, we're elders now. Where's the Emoto? You haven't seen the sister. It's gonna be all five, right? Yeah, it's gonna be attacked by all five of them. It's gonna be this stupid thing that they all are in wedding dresses. Just to annoy him. He's like, what? I didn't pick the harem ending, girls. I'm pretty sure I went for the Yotsuba ending. And they're like, no, you went for the harem ending. He's like, what? This is not the ending I picked, but okay, I can sleep with all of you. So even he gets the harem ending anyway. It would be great if he got the harem ending, even if he avoided, yeah. It would be fun if he actually, like, canonically got the harem ending. He has to pick who's the right one, yeah. You can't marry if you can't pick who's the right one. Great sister she has. Yes. You gotta pick who's the right one. No, I am the bride. I am! God, it's so terrible. If you can't pick the right one, you get the wrong one, yeah. So the one he picks now, she wins. It'd be funny if he gets the wrong one. He's gonna do everyone. Oh, he's gonna go like Ichika, Nino, he's gonna go bam, bam, bam. He's gonna shoot them all down. Yeah, it's like, do or all. This is my... Yeah, it's gonna like bam, 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 bam. He's gonna shoot bullets everywhere. He's gonna be like, this is Nino. He's gonna show them he knows all of their hearts, right? Exactly. It's like, this is... Exactly. I've seen you half naked too many times. He's gonna make them all thirsty. Yeah, he's gonna make them all thirsty for him. Great strategy. Yeah, great strategy. Say, you or Nino! You're gonna try to sleep with me every Christmas. Yeah. He's gonna go like bam, 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 bam. Finally, he wins. It's finally over. He hit them all, he smacks them all on the sideline. Nino standing there ready to get some. Good, Yotsuba. Still bully him. Good. So don't they have kids yet? It's sort of weird. They've been dating for 5 years. Oh, she was the one, of course, that she lost the she lost the ribbon. Oh no, the ribbon. Yeah. Yotsuba power up. Oh, I don't need that anymore. I'm over my ribbon. I got a husband instead. Yeah, I'm the only one who got married, so I won anyway. Is it your trademark? Isn't that your Yotsuba TM? Yeah, no. So you got a green, yeah. So sister can have it. Exactly. She's like, I am past the ribbon, as I am the greatest wife. Yeah, Nina was like, yeah, of course we're gonna go with you on the honeymoon. He didn't guess like a 5-way here, yeah, 6-way. Nina was like, that's right, I'm gonna be there in the bedroom on the honeymoon. You're like, really, Nino? Yeah, Nina was like, that's right, we're all coming with you guys on the honeymoon. All 5 was gonna be in the bedroom, okay? This seriously is a hentai ending here, yeah, he's got the hentai ending. Like, seriously, right? Yeah, Nino is like, I will be in the bedroom. Yeah, I will not surrender my desire for the menus. Yeah, what? Like, seriously, this anime is... Yes, Yotsuba wins, but they also kind of like wants them all to be in the harem. Yeah, he kind of want to go the harem route, right? He doesn't want to, like, end it to say... Oh, you just dreamt all thing? It's not a dream? Oh my god, terrible movie ending. That was all a dream. It was all a dream. The whole ending was a dream. What? Ah, this movie! I hate it! Ah, it's all a dream! What? Ah! It was all a dream! He didn't even marry Yotsuba? She won, but it was all a dream? What? Ah! This movie! Why is it so terrible for? Ah! It was fine that they all went to go to the bedroom with him during the harem honeymoon, but like, what? Okay, so he still hasn't married Yotsuba. The 5-year team was a dream. He still hasn't married her. I mean, she won, I guess, still though, right? Right? Yeah, Yotsuba still won, right? But he hasn't married her yet. Yeah. Or not? No. No, he was flashbacking back or something. Very unnecessary confusing. He woke up from that, and it wasn't a dream. He was just flashbacking. But it looked like a dream. Very unnecessary! What? That was so confusing! That was so confusing! No, it wasn't a dream. He was just like flashbacking in a very weird way. Yeah, the fake out flashback. Fake out dream flashback. God, the movie is terrible. He pisses me off, man. That was so unnecessary. So unnecessary. Holy shit. Anyway, let's review it. What should I say? I won, baby. Kind of a weird feeling, right? Because it's a bittersweet movie for me, of course. Given I won, right? I called Yotsuba the best girl for years, right? I kept fighting people in the comment section, right? I kept fighting people on Twitter and Reddit and so on. Yeah, I was like, you gotta get, right? I kept fighting people, for years, right? So, obviously, I love that I won. I love that Yotsuba. It is the best girl. I'm happy with that. I mean, happy with that. So that's awesome. I love that Nino still like, oh, I'm still gonna sleep with you. I love that Nino straight up is like, if you marry my sister, you can still sleep with me or something. Yeah, Nino is basically like, you can marry her, but I still want the penis, so that's fine, right? Yeah, it's like, what? Like I said earlier, I really, this anime though, I mean, yes, Yotsuba won, right? But it seriously kind of had this like, I mean, the ending extremely went for that. Almost an open-ending harem, right? I'm happy that it still had one girl winning. It either should end with all 5 winning, right? Or 1 winning. But I do think it's a little bit, honestly, it's strange how they're still going with, like, Nina was like, oh, I'm gonna be in the honeymoon suite. Yeah, like, they're still going with basically a harem ending. Yotsuba is the winner, but Nina was like, I will also be in the bedroom. Yeah, she's like, I will force my way into your bedroom. So you can sleep with me too, yeah. Like she's like, I will also get that man used, right? So it is really, it arguably would be better, even if I'm a Yotsuba, stand, right? So I'm happy I won, right? Arguably, because he still has the other 4 girls with him on the honeymoon, right? Canonically, right? It arguably would be better, right? If he didn't marry anyone, or he married all 5, in some other country that you can marry 5 ladies, you know what I mean? Arguably, it would be better if he just went with all 5 of them and smashed them all, right? And then be like the canon ending would be he smashed everyone, you know, and everyone is pregnant and they're all happy together, living together, whatever. Yeah, that ending, super hen ending, right? Arguably it would be better if he still is gonna bring with him all the other wives. You know what I mean? He still brings with him, right, all the sisters, right? So they still have like an actual, again, it's, you know, yeah, he basically gets the harem ending anyway, because Nina especially is open to, you know, still be with him, right, even if he's married someone else. She's like, I don't care, you can still sleep with me, right? Yeah, so that's a little weird. Otherwise, I'm happy. Super Bowl, of course. She is the best girl, happy with that, so that's awesome. I hated it so much, and I really mean it, right? I don't know, guys. Again, you know, I'm not a manga reader, right? I've been anime only for this anime, right? I haven't never read a manga. I, of course, watched the first season, season 2, right? You can check my channel for that. And I was that is a very good horror anime. I think it's one of the better horror animes. But I can see how this character, right, the real father character, was probably very controversial. Maybe it's better in the manga, but I assume a lot of manga readers hate this character. I despise this story aspect, right? I mean, I said earlier, right, during the reaction part, but yeah, I hated it. It ruined. I felt, you know, it ruined half the movie, right? It really was like the first half of the movie. I was exciting. It was cute kisses. It was cute dates, you know, Nina going for it, you know, Miko jumping him, you know, and smushing him down, almost awing him. Miko was like, we're gonna do it on the roof! Yeah, Miko was like, Miko was like, F time, yeah, Miko was like, family friendly, get me pregnant. Yeah, Miko was hardcore, man. And so on, right? So it was an enjoyable movie. And, you know, the comedy was fine, right? Of course, talked about earlier, but the comedy was great, right? Where, for example, Nino gets frustrated, you know, oh, I kissed you because you pissed me off, basically, you know, typical Nino and so on, right? But then we get the course to Itsuka, we get to the 5th storyline, right? And this also felt so, I think, sort of badly written, because it's like, this feels so weird, right? The other 4 girls, right, they have their journey, right? Okay, Miko is afraid, now she's brave, right? Nino, you know, blah blah blah, the issues of father, you know, Ichika wants to be famous, and so on. They have their own storylines, right? And then, for whatever reason, right, number 5, who has the teacher storyline, so it's most relevant for the father, I suppose, still. But then, throw him in here, and just completely shitting on their mom's legacy, right? I think a big dump on their father and their mom and so on, making the mom out to be some weird, like, mom that hated her life, hated her, not her daughter, but hated except her kids. She seemingly hated everything. She hated her husband, right? This husband, yeah. She hated her work, hated her life, and the only thing that made her happy was her kids, right? And she died very early, maybe from stress or something, and whatever, yeah, terminal, and also issues with life. So it's like a big ass dump, right, on her mom. And it felt, again, I keep saying this word, like a broken record, but it felt incredibly unnecessary, right? I mean, it's like, why is it happening? Couldn't this guy just be the mom's former teacher, right? Or maybe a mentor, and then telling them that actually your mom hated being a teacher. And I don't think she should be a teacher because your mom was it. Maybe she should consider, right? That could have been enough, right? And I was in denial, hoping that they were telling he was lying or whatever, that he wanted to do, you know, because he hated their mom or something. But no. He actually was the real father. And apparently they always knew that, though. So that is a plot hole too. Because we basically saw that when the mom died, their, you know, dad adopted them, basically, right? He continues like, I will take care of you from now on. So they knew he wasn't their actual dad anyway, yet he was shocked that he was their father when she told him. So that didn't make any sense. That's like a plot hole straight up, right? That's a straight up plot hole, yeah. Why was she shocked this guy was her father? I mean, yes, he was the real father, but still, you know what I mean? Like, she knew that her father wasn't the real father then, I guess. So, it felt really muddy, really unnecessary. And of course, let's just be frank here, right? Her dear mom then was in love with the teacher, right? But she was like 16, 15, right? But she was a teenager, right? She was in love with the teacher, which I guess is somewhat of a common storyline, right? But you know what I mean? It is not unheard of, right? We've seen other animes too. And then she, you know, got her degree or whatever, right, from college. And then she went back and worked, I guess, at a school where she studied, when she was like a kid, when she was a teenager, right? And then, of course, you know, smashed her her colleague then, right? But actually her previous teacher, which of course makes him basically, you know, a P, yeah. Which makes it also disgusting that their father was actually, you know, definitely an abusive guy or a teacher, yeah. And then he comes suddenly into their life again, and also never really explain. It also didn't even explain why he didn't raise them for it. You know what I mean? Yes, he's obviously a creep and a pervert and so on. But they didn't explain still though why he wasn't with their mom when she died or when she was sick or whatever. Like she for some reason, you don't even know why, you know, mom dumped him though, right? He obviously was an abusive person, I was saying that, but it's just like, but then usually, right, the woman that gets abused by your evil man, right, don't usually break up with them, you know what I mean? Because he obviously tricked their mom, you know, he obviously geared her up to that, you know, he obviously, you know, tricked her for years, right? So why manipulate her? So yeah, so why was she suddenly dump him? It was never explained. That was terrible because, you know, the mom might come as a better character if you knew why she finally, you know, dumped him, right, and so on. So that could be better, right? Maybe he was trying to get the kids right. Maybe he's even weird. Maybe he was trying to get the daughter, you know what I mean? And then the mom was like, get off, and, you know, left him and so on. Maybe it could have been it would be even more creepier, but at the same time, it would motivate why he was completely gone, right? You know what I mean? Because, yes, the mom dumped him for no explanation, because he was obviously controlling her, so why is she dumping him, right? Doesn't make any sense. Logically, it doesn't make sense. So that happens, right? And then she meets the doctor, or maybe she did dump him because the doctor took care of the hospital. I mean, again, if you're gonna have this really stupid twist, which I really hate, right? If you're gonna have this twist, at least explain it literally. But they skipped over that, right? And then, of course, we have that the mom dies, and why wasn't he then involved trying to adopt? You know, he's a real father, right? How did their new next husband? How did he adopt them? Didn't he have to fight that? Did he have to court hearings? I mean, I'm not trying to make it super detailed here. I was saying that flashback should have had maybe, you know, their father and their evil bio dad having a little bit of like a court fight or something, like, to explain how it all came out to be anyway. Why was he just gone there? Like, it doesn't make any sense that they never knew that they had another dad or something, because they kind of knew. And I hated this storyline, okay? I liked the movie, right? And set this storyline. And also, if you ignore this character, right? It was like 10-20 minutes of the movie. She had the longest date, right? Because this dates there. But if you ignore this character, it doesn't even affect the rest of the movie. Because the rest of the movie is mostly about Yasuba, right? Like how she wants to be the most unique, how she wants to fight her mom's, I don't know, like everyone should be equal or whatever, yeah. And she's like, no, I got my ribbon, I want to be the best or whatever, right? And how Yasuba inspired Futaro to be bad at school and so on, right? Yeah. So you can even ignore evil pervert dad, right? If you put him out of the movie, it doesn't really change the movie at all. So yeah, he felt absurdly necessary. I hate the storyline, because you can basically completely skip the fifth date, right? And the movie would be a lot better, and I wouldn't feel like it's a massive plot hole here and just a general shitting on the mom as a character or so on. And then the mom almost came off evil though, in Yotsuba's backstory. The mom was like, don't be better, Yotsuba. Shut up and get in line, basically. Yeah, so the movie just managed to make me dislike the mother and really hate their bio dad, right? But otherwise, again, I liked the movie. Don't get me wrong, I liked the movie. It was enjoyable. It was for good, right? I liked the anime. But I just have to sit here and report, right? And be honest and say, you know, I love this movie, except those like 20 minutes. Yeah, the movie's like 2 hours long, right? And those 20 minutes, so that's about, you know, 20 out of 120 minutes, right? So yeah, so it's still a big part of the movie, though. I hate that part. It's insanely much, yeah. That was like minus 0 out of 10, you know, minus 10 out of 10. Yeah, it was just, that storyline is like I said earlier, if I ignore that never happened, the fifth date never happened, if I ignore that, then the movie is really good. Then the movie is like a really good, cute, harem comedy anime, right? And of course, my best girl wins. So yeah, it's like a 8 out of 10, maybe 9 out of 10 movie. But then you have that middle part, which just shits on the character so much. And I was just like, what? And also, to be fair, he wasn't even wrong though, because he told the daughter, don't be a teacher because your mom was. He hated it. And she's like, I want to do my own stuff. And she also still becomes a teacher and tells the man she loves it that she wants to smash with him, just like her mom slept with her teacher. And he's like, I will sleep with my teacher. She's literally walking into her mom's footsteps. So technically he's right to. She hasn't much of a free will in a sense. She's trying to be just like her mom. So I don't know. But everything as the movie was great, right? Ichika, as I mentioned, though, I felt had a lower chance of winning. Yeah, Ichika's date was just like, you wanna kiss me? Oh yeah, I'm pretty hot. Yeah, Ichika, I think the anime, you know, after Ichika was evil, right, this is 2, she really couldn't win anymore because she just felt like she was just that, you know, the super hot actress girl. That was, yeah, she's the, maybe from a pure, like, attractive winning the lottery ticket, right? You know, marrying a woman and also rich, so to speak, like she's a famous rich actress kind of thing going on for her. Yeah, in that sense, she's the best, right? But otherwise, she just was AFKing mostly, and yeah, it's like no chance, right? You know what I mean? And Nino was very aggressive and I guess, still has sex with him even after he marries his sister. Miku was the one that was mostly in the face, absolutely. But I feel that also made Miku not win because she was just so aggressive, right? And it didn't fit her. When Nino has always been aggressive, and then Miku was from being a coward, to super aggressive, right? It kind of, I felt that she wasn't gonna win, right? And then of course Itsuka with her whole "my daddy is a creep" kind of storyline. They had no relationship. Yeah, I mean seriously, right? If I thought I guess, right? If I only saw these 5 dates, so I was gonna guess who's gonna win. Itsuka I said had a low chance, but after seeing the number 5 Itsuka, I would say Itsuka is much better. Yeah, again, the 5th date was just like my daddy is a terrible person, right? Yeah. So that is completely irrelevant for her dating. So she had no chance of winning, right? That's also why the storyline is bad, because she's not gonna win. But her whole date episode is about her father not being a father and her mom being this and so on. Yeah, like that has no her chance of winning is 0, right? Because that Ichiga again has a low chance because of her. Like, I'm just a famous woman, right? Yeah. So it really became down to like the 2, 3, or 4, right? Definitely after those. I mean, absolutely. The first date and this last date, the last wasn't even a date, right? Yeah, so it really ruined those 2 girls' chances completely, I would say. But what do you guys think? Do you hate this farce as much as I do? I really thought it ruined much of the movie, right? I really hated it. I keep saying it, but I really, really hated it. And it feels so bad because I love this movie otherwise. I really do. I enjoy this movie. I laughed a lot. I really enjoy this anime. And again, if I could just ignore the father, evil, creep, dead storyline, right? And just watch the rest of the movie, I would have been like, oh, this is like a 9 out of 10. But now I'm just like, no, it's like a 7 or something. Or a 6. I don't know. It's really like it. Yeah, I was like, oh my god, it shit on the whole movie. Yeah, I was like, oh. It's a wet blanket, the whole thing. It's just, Anyway, guys. Took your time to edit the video, right? Please subscribe, slap button, right? What do you guys think? I think some people might... Honestly, I think some people are gonna get angry at me. I'm saying that I hate this part, because people there are always some hardcore fans. But I really do expect this storyline to be hated by the community. So I think people are gonna agree with me, because I really hated this father guy, and I do think people are gonna agree with me in general, honestly. But anyway, so you guys have a great day.